Sagittarius, what's up? This is your love reading for April 21st through the 27th, and this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Since this is a love reading, you should probably check out your Moon and your Venus signs as well. I generally resonate more with my Venus, which actually happens to be Sagittarius, more so than my Sun sign. So keep that in mind. This isn't going to resonate with all of you. If it does, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. It is what it is. And also, generally, when you're watching love tarot readings, it's because you are having some issues in your love life. You have some questions, obviously. So if your relationship is perfect, you're not having any issues, then you probably don't need to be watching this. Do you know what I mean? I don't like people to watch a tarot video that sounds like shit for the relationship and get all paranoid when there isn't anything wrong. So if you have questions, awesome. Hopefully they can be answered here. If your love life is perfect, don't be alarmed if this is not, because then it's just not for you. Okay? All right, here we go. So your overall energy. I use the Magdalene Oracle for overall. And you have Saint Sinner. And I do keep it dark in here because it helps me connect. So I do apologize if the cards are going to be hard for you to see. That's just the way that it is. I can't read in bright light. It gets on my nerves. So Saint Sinner as your overall energy. The assumptions you are making about another person or event could turn out to be completely wrong. Realize that for every theory, there's a contradicting and opposing one. There may be more to the situation than first meets the eye. You're being advised to keep an open mind and heart. All is not necessarily the way that it seems. Remember also that often judgments we make about others are also judgments we make about ourselves. You will not find peace and fulfillment while holding on to an I'm right and they're wrong attitude, except that there is no single truth that applies universally and all things will become clear. Okay, so in a love reading, you may think that somebody's doing some shit that they're not doing, right? You may be a little paranoid about the person that you're dealing with, maybe because of something that happened to you in your past and you're projecting it onto your current situation, or maybe because of something you did in the past, so you assume that the other person is doing it too. I don't know, whatever that is for you, but just know that if you're thinking something's going on that's not cool, you're probably wrong, okay? So we'll see. In your recent past, you have the shadow side, which is also the devil card. It is Capricorn, so you may have been dealing with a Capricorn. But this is toxic shit. This is like anything done in excess, right? It could also mean addiction. So there could have been some toxic behavior, maybe some obsession, just toxic behavior patterns, addictions, whatever. And when I say addiction, it could be anything done in excess, whether it is, drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, work, whatever, anything done in excess that is causing problems in your life, okay? It can also be like fear-based energy. So that's your recent past. Hopefully you're over that shit. And also keep in mind that this whole reading can go for you or the person that you're dealing with. You can flip it. So if this doesn't sound like you, but it sounds like them, then roll with that. Now, your present energy, you have the High Priestess. This is an awesome card to have. This is you being in harmony. Your inner self and your outer self are in harmony. You're listening to your intuition, right? Keep doing that. Always listen to your intuition. Now, I do have to point out, you have that in your present, but you also have this Saint Sinner in your overall, where something might not be as it seems. So make sure that you're listening to your intuition and you're not just being paranoid. See? It's hard to do. It's really hard to separate the two. I know. I struggle with that all the time. All right. Your immediate future, you have the Page of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with one in the future. Don't have to be. The Page of Swords is communication. It's new. Pages are new energy. So it's a message. It's like fast communication, right? Like text. internet, whatever. But it is truthful, and it could also be like someone's watching you, someone's spying on you, say on your social media, somebody's keeping an eye on you, or you're doing it to them, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You just kind of want to know what you're getting yourself into. Somebody else just had this, I can't remember who. I want to say Taurus, if you're dealing with a Taurus. Anyway, Page of Swords it's a new energy, it's new communication, new messages, but it is honest. So when you get this message, or when you have this talk with someone, whatever this is for you, you can trust it. It is legit. It is honest. Okay? Now, your potential obstacle in love. The Eight of Pentacles. As an obstacle, this could be repeated patterns. You could just be like repeating the same shit over and over and wonder why nothing's changing. Well, it's because you keep doing the same thing, or the other person does. So if that's the case, if you feel like you're just repeating the same shit over and over and going back and forth, then just change it up. Change something about it. Nothing's going to ever get accomplished if you just keep doing the same thing over and over. This could also be like the workaholic card. So there might be somebody's job might be interfering in your relationship. Like, okay, so this is just an example. You have the Saint Center up here in your overall. You might think that there's something going on that isn't going on. Say somebody works all the time. You think they're out screwing somebody or something like that, right? It could just be that they're working all the time. Do you see what I mean? You might think that somebody doesn't have enough time for you because they're working all the time, and you think they're lying about it. They're not. Like, this is definitely a workaholic card. So work could definitely be interfering in your love life, whether it's on your end or their end. Or, like I said, it could be just repeating patterns. So, let's clarify. Alright, let's clarify. I don't generally clarify past cards because it's the past, and I mean, you're really not here to hear about what already happened to you. You want to know what's going to happen, right? But since it is Major Arcana, I am going to clarify. Alright, so the shadow side, or the devil, is clarified by the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could have potentially been dealing with one and it was a toxic situation. There may have been, some hidden shit, some lies. Maybe somebody had some kind of weird hidden addiction or something you didn't know about, and you had to take on the energy of the King of Swords to get that out of them. Or, it's just cutting out the toxic bullshit in your life. All right, so what are we clarifying next? Let's see. The High Priestess. Let's clarify the High Priestess for Sagittarius in their present. Clarify the High Priestess for Sagittarius. Oh, nice. Eight of Wands. Upright. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It is the shoot your shot card. It's going after what you want. It's really fast communication, and you also have the Page of Swords in your immediate future. So there's a whole lot of action, whole lot of communication happening. This is most likely internet communication. It could also be travel. You might be traveling to meet someone, or they traveling to you. But it is super fast action and very sexual. So if you're thinking of acting on something with someone, just use your intuition. If your intuition's telling you go for it, then fucking go for it. It looks good to me. Honestly, it does. So, good for you. Let's clarify this Page of Swords in your immediate future. Clarify the Page of Swords in your immediate future. Okay. The Hermit. You could be dealing with a Virgo. You could be getting a message from a Virgo, messaging a Virgo, spying on a Virgo. One could be spying on you. But this is a reflecting card. It's going within, hiding out for a little bit, trying to just reflect on shit that's gone on in your life and processing it so that you can come out of hermit mode, you know, wiser, right? Okay, let's get you some advice. Okay. Your advice is very contradictory. You have the Ten of Pentacles upright. All right. This is a very stable home life. Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I don't think the signs matter in the advice position, but some people like to hear them. So anyway, Ten of Pentacles is a very stable home, very stable relationship. It's very committed. What else can I say about that? In the advice position, if this is what you want, make sure that you are clear about it with the other person. Make sure you're upfront about what it is that you're looking for when you have this communication coming with this person or already happening. Make sure that you are clear about what it is that you're looking for, okay? Now, the other one that came out is the Ten of Cups reverse. Odd, right? With the Ten of Pentacles upright. Ten of Cups reversed is like a dysfunctional family. Like there's no harmony in the home, in your family, in your love life. So you may be really conflicted. Like, maybe you're not sure if you want to commit. Maybe on one hand you do, maybe on the other hand you don't. I mean, you are Sagittarius. That is Sagittarius energy. And I feel that. I get it. So you might just be like up in the air. And that's why you need to go in hermit mode. You know, reflect, figure out what it is that you want. Because there is someone coming in here. Either you're going to them or they're coming to you. And it's happening fast. So you just need to take some time for yourself to figure out what exactly it is that you want, because I think you're just conflicted, right? Okay, what else do we want to clarify? Let's clarify the Eight of Wands here. See if we can find out who this person is for you. Clarify the Eight of Wands for Sagittarius. Clarify the Eight of Wands for Sagittarius. Sorry guys, I hate the noise of shuffling on camera, but I felt like it had to be done. I'm sorry. Clarify the Eight of Wands. Oh, okay. So the Eight of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Cups upright. Remember you had that reversed in your advice position? So it looks like that's what's going to come out of this. Unless you do something to change it, you're using your intuition, you're going after someone, or they're coming after you, and it is going to result in this harmonious relationship, this harmonious, loving, balanced relationship. It's water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be dealing with a water sign, but you have all the signs here, so I can't really say. But whatever's coming towards you, it's passionate, it's loving, and it's honest. You just have to figure out what it is that you want out of it and be clear about it, all right? And don't assume that somebody's doing some shit that they're not doing. All right? Don't ever assume anything unless you have some kind of proof. Okay? All right. Love you guys.